Okay, welcome back. As I said last time, I've been very slack at making more videos, partly because half the times I have come out here and filmed stuff, I've got onto the computer and the seagulls and all the wind have rendered everything that I've said inaudible, and I couldn't be bothered to go back out and do it all again, and that's just happened again. So forgive me if I sound bored of my own boring voice, talking about boring not a lot, because I've already done it. Anyway, what's new? Basically, just wanted to show you these things that my parents bought that I've now planted. So the red one is penstemon, this one is wallflower. They're both cuttings or offshoots or whatever from my parents' garden. So I really like that dark red, and I put it to the left of the Alstroemeria so that it would be nicely symmetrical with the... Oh, wait, what's that? It looks a bit like my lobelia has just been completely destroyed by little slugs. So that's a bit annoying. Literally, this plant was looking so nice, right on the brink of flowering. Didn't come out in the garden for a day or so because it was raining really hard. Came back out and it's just gone, just destroyed. So these, look, these stalks, they just strip the red stuff off it, which happened last year and was annoying enough, but they've just consumed it down to the ground. So I've had enough of being Mr. Permaculture and letting the slugs live so that the birds might eat them, because I haven't got any blackbirds or crows or whatever that would eat them in this garden. I think the seagulls on the roof scare them off. So the slugs are just going mental. Like, look over here, absolutely destroying this sage. So I've had enough. They can all die. I'm going to literally exterminate their entire species. I'm going to get some nematodes and see how they like some nematode warfare. Also, we've got this coreopsis. It's produced one flower, which is better than none, but there was a whole nice bush, so it's a bit disappointing that it's only come back with a single flower. Trying to narrate and also film that bee at the same time. I can't multitask very well. There we go, there's a bee. Wildlife, look, wow. Wildlife that actually doesn't destroy the entire plant, but just feeds off it and leaves it there. Take a hint, slugs. What else is new? This thing, Clem, is doing great stuff. All the way up here, and this one is all the way up here. That's the new Clem. That's also doing quite well. All up on the trellis over here and here, and nearly on the trellis there. Otherwise, this bed still just looks dreadful. Makes me want to just give up. Even the fuchsia, that was one of the few things that was looking good, is looking like diseased. So I think I might actually just concrete over this entire garden and just install some plastic plants and be done with it. In other news, I was stood here a few weeks ago at dusk and I saw some bats, which is quite exciting. So you can just see there's some tiny, very agile, flittery things. Pretty sure they're bats. And even better news, even after they chopped all those trees down, I still saw bats. So wherever they're living wasn't in the trees that have been removed. They're either in the trees that are still there, or not tree dwelling at all. Maybe they're in the church or something. And the other interesting wildlife news was I was out here the other week and I suddenly looked down here and there was a baby seagull. Well, not really baby, I'd say maybe about a year old. A juvenile seagull. It didn't seem to understand how to get out because it's so narrow down there. It couldn't spread its wings to take off. So I laid a trail of leftovers up my steps, which eventually, after a while of standing around looking confused, it managed to follow up onto the main bit of the garden, and then I never actually saw it leave, but presumably it finally figured out how to fly away, because the next day I came out and there was just some seagull deposits but no seagull. So there we go. That's about all I've got to say today.